Acceptance. It's a powerful word, often misunderstood. In a world that encourages us to strive for more, to change our circumstances, and to fight against the current, acceptance can feel like giving up. But in reality, acceptance is one of the most profound forms of wisdom we can cultivate. At its core, acceptance is about recognizing and embracing reality as it is, rather than how we wish it to be. This doesn't mean resigning ourselves to a life of passivity or defeat. Rather, it's about understanding that some things are beyond our control and learning to navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. Acceptance begins with self-awareness. It's about acknowledging our thoughts, feelings, and circumstances without judgment. When we accept ourselves, we allow space for growth. It's in this space that healing can occur. We often struggle with feelings of inadequacy, wishing we were different or that our situations were better. But when we practice acceptance, we free ourselves from the burden of these negative thoughts. We learn to see ourselves not as flawed individuals, but as beautifully imperfect beings on a journey. Let's consider the role of acceptance in our relationships. How often do we find ourselves frustrated with others because they don't meet our expectations? We want them to think, feel, or behave in a certain way, and when they don't, we struggle. Acceptance allows us to embrace our loved ones as they are, without trying to change them. It fosters deeper connections and more meaningful relationships, as we learn to appreciate the uniqueness of others rather than focusing on their shortcomings. Acceptance also plays a crucial role in our emotional well-being. Life is filled with ups and downs, and the more we resist or deny our emotions, the more we suffer. When we learn to accept our emotions, even the difficult ones, we give ourselves permission to feel. This can be liberating. Instead of pushing away sadness, anger, or fear, we acknowledge these feelings as part of our human experience. By doing so, we can process them more effectively and eventually let them go. Imagine facing a setback, a job loss, a relationship ending, or a health challenge. Initially, these situations can feel overwhelming. We may react with denial, anger, or frustration, wishing things were different. But when we practice acceptance, we begin to shift our perspective. We start asking ourselves, what can I learn from this? How can I grow? Acceptance doesn't negate our feelings. It allows us to move through them and find meaning in our experiences. Let's dive deeper into the wisdom of acceptance by exploring its relationship with mindfulness. Mindfulness teaches us to be present, to observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment. When we combine mindfulness with acceptance, we create a powerful toolkit for navigating life's challenges. We learn to observe our thoughts as they arise, recognizing them for what they are, just thoughts, rather than facts. This awareness helps us detach from negative thinking patterns and respond to life with more clarity and calmness. Think about a time when you felt overwhelmed by a situation. Perhaps it was a stressful day at work or a personal conflict. Instead of reacting impulsively, what if you took a moment to breathe and accept the situation for what it is? This simple shift can create a space for thoughtful action rather than reactive behavior. Acceptance helps us respond to challenges with wisdom rather than fear or anger. Now, acceptance also has a profound impact on our physical health. Studies have shown that individuals who practice acceptance and mindfulness tend to experience lower levels of stress and anxiety. When we resist what is happening in our lives, we create internal conflict, which can manifest as physical tension, fatigue, or illness. Acceptance allows us to release that tension and find peace, promoting overall well-being. So how can we cultivate acceptance in our daily lives? One effective practice is journaling. Take time each day to reflect on your thoughts and feelings. Write about the things you're struggling to accept. As you put pen to paper, ask yourself, what would it look like to accept this situation? This practice can help clarify your thoughts and lead to greater acceptance over time. Another way to foster acceptance is through gratitude. When we focus on what we are grateful for, we shift our perspective away from what we lack or what we wish were different. Gratitude helps us see the beauty in our current circumstances, creating a foundation for acceptance. It allows us to acknowledge that even in challenging situations, there are still blessings to be found. Additionally, practice self-compassion. Acceptance starts within. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding, especially during difficult times. Acknowledge that it's okay to struggle and that you're not alone in your experiences. Self-compassion creates a nurturing environment for acceptance to flourish. As we navigate the complexities of life, it's important to remember that acceptance is not a destination, but a journey. It's an ongoing practice that requires patience and commitment. Life will continue to throw challenges our way, and acceptance gives us the strength to meet them with resilience. In conclusion, the wisdom of acceptance teaches us that life is not always about changing our circumstances, but about how we respond to them. It empowers us to embrace ourselves and others fully, fostering deeper connections and inner peace. Acceptance allows us to find meaning in our struggles, promotes emotional well-being, and contributes to our overall health. Before we close, I encourage you to reflect on this. What have you learned about acceptance in your own life? How can you apply this wisdom moving forward? Please share your insights in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for joining me in today's exploration of the wisdom of acceptance. If you found value in this message, please give the video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content that nurtures the soul. Together, we can create a more accepting and compassionate world. Until next time, take care of yourself and others with love and understanding.